Alright, you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Welcome everybody, this is Dragon Ball GT Transformations. I know, GT game. Terrifying. And this is going to be the first game on this Dragon Ball Z Speed Marathon, or whatever they called it. I am Mike Soul, and the other person on the call is Tara, who's racing on the other screen. Say hi, Tara.
Hello.
Yeah, such enthusiasm. Oh my goodness, I'm having a hard time on this first screen. So Dragon Ball GT is as you can tell, a side-scroll beat-em up from the GT series. It's actually not bad as a game, not compared to the show. You'll be going through the entire first season, pretty much. And we're gonna, well, I'm going to try to at least stay with Goku and Pan. Trunks is bad. The game is programmed pretty much for the entire small characters. Anyone that's tall is just considered bad. Pan is considered the strongest character in the entire game. And you'll see why later on. For this first level, we're mostly going to be sticking with Goku. And if Tara wants to explain any of their Tara strats, they can. Tara will be doing these the skips that were found in the game, while I'll be playing this by pure gameplay, or just without the skips, pretty much. So you can technically skip this fight by switching to I think it's like Trunks. Am I right?
Yeah. I don't remember the setup though. Oh, okay. My Kamehameha just disappeared.
Yeah, it did that to me earlier too. I don't know what that was about.
Well, you're definitely ahead.
This game is kind of buggy. And it's because they put a lot of stuff in this game. Another thing you'll probably notice is that I'm flying in the air while punching. The way punching in the air works is it takes whatever punch you're doing in your next combo. So for example, if your first one is really fast, and the way that it works is the faster you push, it has no limit to how fast you can punch in the air. And none of the punches are any different than the others, so it's just better to have your first one while punching in the air for the speed. I'm also going to be mostly moving in the air, because there's no drag like there is on the ground. So if I do it on the ground, I stop. In the air, I don't. That should be the boss of the first level. First boss down. Yeah, this game, the way it works is it doesn't. That's exactly right, actually.
So yeah, you're gonna be a little bit ahead, Soul, because my Kamehameha just disappearing.
Fair enough. Told you I was good at the first stage. It's because I keep practicing again, because I can't get past anything else. So this is where Pan starts to become useful, and the reason why is because Giru has his own little hitbox, so I can actually punch people on 2 different sides of the room. And there's no difference in the damage between Giru and any other character, so you don't. There's like no damage buff or anything between the two. Actually, if it comes down to it, Pan also hits the hardest with special, because Giru does missiles at the same time, which is good and bad, because if the missiles can hit, they can knock characters down, which then they don't take damage. There you go, I'll fix the timer on my end to make it easier for the person who's restreaming this.
Yeah, because mine just didn't want to start.
It's a bad float bridge already. So there's several problems with this game. For example, the almost any input can do a grab if you when you do a punch, which is grabs are bad. They don't do barely any damage and they just waste time. So there'll be a lot of random grabs that I have no control over. This room is bad.
At least it's not as bad as mine, so.
It's not gonna be like I did earlier, dude. I want to run like that again. That was awesome. So we're going into the mini boss. I didn't get a 2 cycle quickly on this one. So sometimes the bosses are finicky like this, where they sometimes will take the full damage.
You can one cycle the boss by air punching them. Oh my gosh.
You can, but sometimes they won't take the full damage.
I didn't know you could do that. I just did it joke.
Yeah, like sometimes they won't take the damage, and it's weird.
Air punching is broken in this game.
It is. Especially on Goku, since he has the strongest air punch in the game. Yeah, this is like a bad second world. Everything that's gone wrong has gone wrong. I got the half damage marker for the mini boss. Another thing is these giant enemies, they don't die in one combo. Like, they actually have something after a certain amount of health, they go into vulnerable frames. This is why you can see them living with, like, 1 HP. It's really annoying, actually. Oh, I'm playing like garbage right now. Have you made it to the second world boss yet?
Yeah, I'm currently on it.
I just got there. So you're right ahead of me again? This planet was awful.
We might be able to glitch through in there.
Do what?
Might be able to glitch the robot in there to punch him while his mouth is closed.
That'd be interesting to see.
Well, because he was just inside the mouth after it closed. Okay, that could be useful.
So the next closing of the mouth will be a fake out. Sometimes he takes damage there, sometimes he doesn't.
I think I just found a new soft lock.
You've already soft locked? Law.
I found a new soft lock.
Sweet.
Fun. We're just finding all the problems.
Yeah, during a marathon run, go figure. Oh, what the hell? Wow.
It's gonna be really far behind.
This is a 4 cycle, I just got really unlucky.
Well, I would have gotten him that time, but it was just like, getting a soft lock.
Oh my god. Usually this takes 3 cycles, but I'm just getting really unlucky on this stage. He decided to like get another health barrier at random.
So, yeah, this game's really great.
And that keeps happening.
Keep finding so many glitches.
And that's the second level, awfully done. I even practiced it and had almost a perfect run earlier this morning, and this is happening now. Alright, let's get it together and do good on the rest of the game.
I might not even try to do the skip, because I've already soft blocked him once. In a fight, I didn't even know we could soft block him.
Oh, come on. The AI likes to do random punches like that. It's really annoying. It's really not that big of a deal until later on at the last level, where they just throw in too many random punches could be in the end of you. And this is another reason why Pan's broken, because of that one attack right there. Oh, then there's a random throw. Cool. And punch to the face. And another. Okay. That's annoying. Yeah, random grabs are awful in this game. They really have no purpose in this game whatsoever. The game will lag really hard because of all the particle effects. Again, they programmed a lot to this game, and it just slows it down for it. And this is on console too, so there's no emulator problems. Oh, hello. Yeah, it likes to do this too, where they just kind of stack enemies on top of you and constantly hit you. I'm getting super unlucky here, man. Holy snap. Oh my god, every chance they can possibly get, they go for it with a free hit. I apologize for those who are watching. Usually a run isn't this bad.
Well, I'm back to the boss of the second level.
He's gonna redo his retaliation. Oh, no, we didn't do it. Alright, quick boss. There, guys, I turned it up. Yeah, this run has been going pretty bad. Alright, here's another stage. So these sword guys have invulnerable frames before you hit them. It's weird. You have to wait a second after you hit them once. They're probably the worst enemies in the game for that reason alone. Wait these out.
Finish level 2.
Guru is all the way on the corner. That's funny. You actually whip? Really? 1 HP. Cool. Alright, so let's try to get a 1 cycle. So the way the 1 cycle for this boss works is he's gonna do his first phase of attacks or whatever. I'm gonna Kamehameha with Pan, and then I'm gonna try to quick jump and finish him. I'm gonna try to combo him real quick with combo him for the rest of the health. So switch to Pan. Charge up. Let's see if we count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, that's not good. Nope. We're not getting it. So I got hit by the attack, and you don't want to get hit by it because that loses any chances of you getting the one cycle. Just because, like, what you're supposed to do is stand right next to him, hit him at full blast with hand, then immediately start comboing. And you can barely make a one cycle. But I got hit instead. Oh. Alright, for this boss, I'm just gonna face tank everything and going. If a character died, oh well. This is the first implement of the flying section, my bad. Where we just do this the whole time. And this is why Panda's one of the reasons why Panda's broken. Giro kind of glitched out right there, if anyone noticed. He kind of just kept going backwards for some reason. It's kind of funny. Right now he's blocking, hands down, which is fine, it's not a big deal. Switch to Goku. No point in being Trunks, because Trunks' hitboxes are awful. That's boss. Giro. Where are you right now, Tara?
Water, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you're like 2 worlds behind me now.
Yeah, I got put back 8 minutes because of that stop lock.
Yep. It's possible. That's the things about the skips. So this is the worst level in the game, in my opinion.
No, I didn't even do it a skip. It just beat down. We're just gonna drop all your inputs and like freeze you halfway up the screen.
Damn. That's about right for this game, though. So this level sucks because it has random drills that'll just spawn in certain spots that are kind of necessary to fight. And the drills will kill you so fast if you don't pay attention. And they also like to lag the game too, so that's another reason why the drills are awful. So for this stage, we just need Goku at the end, so we're gonna try to keep Goku alive. I hope that the drills don't kill him. We're gonna switch out for now. Let Goku heal a little bit. So the red ones that you haven't obviously noticed shooting missiles. It's kind of annoying. Oh, another thing of these orbs that are dropped, they can give power-ups, but they're kind of pointless. And I can because they don't really carry over very well, and they're kind of irrelevant. Green goes to power, yellow goes to strength, which is the only one that somewhat matters, and red is health. The worst one is power, because the bigger your power bar is, the slower it is to charge it up for Kamehameha.
And then health loses you time in the screen.
You're gonna have to speak up.
Health loses you time and screen with the time up point.
Here's the mini boss. This is actually a skippable fight. Like I said, I'm not doing any of the skips because I'm not good at them. So there is a way to infinitely loot this boss with Goku, but it's not easy. Because the way Goku's attacks work is that certain bosses can get infinitely loot when they shouldn't be able to, and I'm going to be abusing that for the late game portion of it. Late game portion. mode a few times, I'll probably use Trunks. Okay, so let's try to get infinite. This is one of the ones where you try to infinitely loop. And that's an infinite loop. Some bosses you can do that, some you can't. This is just one of them. So this is going to be a kind of a complete pan level, if I can get that to happen, and mostly because this is mostly a flying section like this. Oh God, really? That was unfortunate. Several mines spawned on top of each other and just wrecking pan. I just have to hope I have food drop drops. Good. Nope. We're gonna switch. Oh, we lost pan. Fuck. Alright. That's actually really bad since this is supposed to be a pan related area. Yeah, so I can't control where these mines spawn, and I was super unlucky there that they spawned on top of each other and just constantly kept hitting pan. Man, this has not been the best run. I doubt any Cincy Beans are up here. This is why we use pan, because this is so slow.
Oh my god, killing this is so ridiculous.
There's the end of the flying portion and into the elevator part. Yeah, and I apologize for this run. This run is just giving me bad luck all around. So the elevator is super laggy if you guys are starting to notice. Here's the bombardment part. This is where they're just going to be flying at you. You're just going to see me jump over these. So like I said, normally as Pan, you would just be using your Giru spin attack non-stop for this whole stage and just do it really fast. I can tell you what, I'm not gonna beat my world record on this one. Kind of reduce the lag by picking up those orbs, because those orbs are one of the reasons why they're lagging. So it's going to be up here for the next one. So normally you'd use Pan here then to finish it off. But we don't have Pans, so we're going to have to improvise with air jumps.
I found a new way to one-cycle that last boss.
Jump punching?
No, you can get him stuck in a wall and he won't be able to stop reacting to the punch.
Wait, you just found a new way to do that?
Yes.
Wow. I'm pretty sure the infinite loop combo is still faster though.
Maybe, but you don't have to worry about jumping up in the air.
Well, you don't do jump up in the air to kill him.
Oh yeah, with that.
That's why it's fast.
That one was pretty fast though.
I have to say so. So for these little guys, yeah, we're just gonna keep using a Giru abuse. Would that be robot abuse? That we're just using Giru as a weapon? Someone get back to me on that one.
You can pretty much abuse it with him anyway.
Oh, this one's too high now. So these egg birds are really annoying because they can get so high that you can't even hit them. So I had to get a few hits in before that ult that Kamehameha or that wolf would have lived, and he would have summoned more, getting half his health back every time. It's worth taking the risk of almost losing Pan for that. So Trunks actually is somewhat decent on this stage if you're new to the game, because he's tall enough to hit these guys so much easier than the rest of the characters are. But other than that, he's just not really worth it. He's also a lot slower punching in the air. Ba-da-ba-bum. Boom, boom, ba-dum, ba-da-da-dum. Bum, bum, ba-da-da-dum. So this is the Dinosaur planet. I'm actually pretty good at this one. It's kind of got a weird strat. Since all the dinosaurs in this game are huge, jump punching is so much easier on them. They don't stop hitting me. This game also likes to hit you off screen because it's very fair. Oh my god. Here's another flying section. They're supposed to be flying on screen, you're supposed to dodge them, but Giru is like, nah, we ain't not having any of that. And if anyone's interested, yeah, it's lagging a lot where I'm dropping inputs. Gear is still spinning. Oh my god, I've never noticed Gear spin small. He's small spinning. That's actually really funny. Sadly, okay, so for those who said that this game looks like pain, it's not really a pain. Like, this is just one of the worst runs I've done in a while. But, it's actually not that hard. Once you figure out how to hold the controller, because you don't hold it like an actual game controller, you actually hold it a weird way. And it makes it a lot easier. How do you get off of those spikes?
I just completely messed up the wolf section. That was fun.
Yep, that's why the wolf sections are kind of the worst.
Some of the worst part of this game.
Alright, time to fight a giant yeti. So this boss has a health thing where once he hits a certain amount of health, he goes into his cave, and then these guys spawn. You have to kill these, and then you can move on. Yeah, you have to hold the control kind of differently to play this game properly. It's weird. For speedrunning wise. Casually, I don't think it matters as much.
Yeah, I'm just doing absolutely terrible.
You and me both.
Nah, I just died on
I've gotten so much bad RNG, like it's not even funny.
doing software, I can just die.
Like that whole 3 meteors in a row spawning on top of Pan was just bullshit. There was nothing I could have done to change that. I apologize for cursing, I know I'm not supposed to, my bad. We're gonna play a game of Dodge the Car, you know, one of those great pastimes. We're gonna switch to Pan. This is the laggiest part of the run right here, because there's so many of these little guys on screen. And And they decided to do lasers for this part too, for some reason. As though it wasn't laggy enough. Make that up. These guys who do the dive bombing are like the worst. It's too slow. So this next part is actually pretty rough. I'm gonna kind of focus because after like the first part of it, you stop getting health items, and it becomes a lot harder to do. Because there's so many free hits that are gonna get off of you for no reason. And that right there is why this stage is so difficult, because of that one part right there. There's a lot of free hits that's hard to stop that from happening. So I died, Tara.
Oh, okay. On which stage? What did you die on? So what stage did you die on?
Huh?
What stage did you?
To where I usually do the last level, right when those right when they first start jumping out of the window, because all those free hits, and there's not much you can really do to stop it other than
Like 12 minutes time, depending on how far you were in.
No, I'm doing it again. I'm not shocked that happened one bit, because of how unlucky I've been this whole game so far. Yeah, like, that's probably one of the hardest parts, just because of that right there. Like, the rest of the level isn't too bad, because immediately after that one you get a healing item. But they give you all these healing items on this first portion for no reason, really. You don't need it. It's fine. It's the last level. It's one of the hardest parts. I'm not too worried about it. This isn't like any PB run for me anyway. The game has just been giving me bad luck all over. I commented a little bit too soon there, so he lived. So for this part, the rest of the game is not too hard. But for this part, you're gonna be playing as a small portion of the game as a giant monkey, and the monkey moves super slow, even when you jump. But jumping is still the fastest way. And now we're done playing as a giant monkey. You can destroy some of these buildings. And now we're Super Saiyan 4, which is also not a very good character in this game. The ultimate's really good, but that's about it. Okay, he retaliated. You don't want him to retaliate like that because it's just annoying. And that's the run. Well, that was Dragon Ball GT Transformations any percent. I'm sorry it was a bad run. I just got a lot of bad luck, and every possible moment that the enemy AI was going to get a free hit in, they got it in for some reason. It's very rare for them to hit you that many times. But I hope you enjoyed the run. Hopefully Tara can catch back up. How you doing over there, Tara?
I'm on Earth.
That soft lock pretty much lost you this whole game, this whole race.
Yeah, 'cause second longest mission in the game.
Yep. Let's see. While we're waiting for Tara to catch up, let's look up what's next. We have Dragon Ball Special Game. I don't know what that means. And then we have Tara doing sagas after that one. So that'll be interesting.
Talk about bad games. Bad.
One bad game into another, eh?
This game is really decent.
It's decent. Like I said, yeah. It sucks to speedrun though sometimes.
Oh yeah, the RNG is just sometimes terrible.
It's just those random free hits they get. I don't understand it.
Also the grabbing mechanic.
Yeah. Needs more Dragon Ball Super. We will have some Dragon Ball Z Fighter games, I think, at the end, which will be super, kind of. There's not really that many games that have Super in them at the moment.
I find it funny that we got 2 GT games in this one.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed our runs. I'm Mike Soul, and I do a lot of DBZ games, including this one. And this Tara does a lot of DBZ games too. And most of the people in this do DBZ, so hope you enjoy the rest of the runs.
tuning in, and thanks to Mike Soul for doing the run. We're gonna sit here. I think Tara's about halfway through the stage right now, so she seems like she's making good progress. We're actually gonna do a Dragon Ball giveaway during Tara's run. It'll be the first one of 4 giveaways. If you're interested in participating, all you have to do is leave comments during Tara's run, and Nightbot is going to randomly pick one of the winners. And the prize this time is currently we have some Dragon Ball Heroes cards, and we have some other Dragon Ball collectible card and promo items that were released exclusively in Japan at tournaments. So you can't really buy it online or anywhere else. So once again, all you have to do is during the Dragon Ball Saga's run, just comment, just hype. You can leave as many comments as you want, and we'll do our first giveaway during that. And the person who wins, just message me. I'm Dragon Ball Arcade, DBGT, on either the Discord or you can do it through Twitch, whatever means, and we can link up and I'll figure out how to send it to you wherever you are in the world. I apologize for the shaky start. This is my first time running a marathon. I got into this actually because of Mike Soul and a few other people who were running the game, and some people had said, hey, you should start running. Somehow I ended up running this. I just started streaming maybe earlier this year. So yeah, if you have any comments or suggestions, feel free to leave them as well. I'm reading everything.
Wow, that was unfair. So I didn't get a health drop out of the thing. I got like a power up, and that's not good. Did we ever explain that mechanic? Like how it heals when they're not in your when you're not playing as them?
Okay, now all you gotta do is push that button up the next to leave call with the arrow on it. Oop.
This is the level I took out the most. Oh, I got another strength upgrade. That would have sucked. Yeah, I just suck at all the baby fights, except for the last one. Finally beat it. It only took forever.
Yep. That's yours is done now.
It's normally not this bad.
Yeah, it's really not. They were as bad RNG on both sides. Like he literally got the first soft lock through the skip, the first skip in the game. And since I avoided him, I didn't take the risk for any soft locks whatsoever. Funny enough, the world record for this game, which I have, does not have a single boss skip in it, which means it could be easily beaten if someone got decent at the game and did the boss skips.
You would save like 4 or 5 minutes.
Yup. Yep. That's GT Transformations. You could. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope you guys enjoy the rest of the games that are on the list. I sound so convincing.